Are you a senior carer in the UK? Or are you a care assistant? Are you an international student? Or you're planning to relocate to the UK? This video is for you. Very important information, and it's a good news because a new rule has been published yesterday. Stay tuned, guys, and watch this space. Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Obayemi, and I'm glad to have you all here. For my new subscribers, I want to thank you guys for coming to this YouTube channel. Please, I encourage you to like, comment, ask questions, subscribe, and share the videos that you see valuable to you on this YouTube channel. I also want to thank my regular subscribers. You guys are the best. So thank you for always coming around to watch my videos. And today I'm just sharing the good news of the new rule that was published yesterday in the UK, and this concerns international students, concerns those on the visa code 6145, which is the care assistant visa, the skilled worker visa, and 6146, which is for the senior carers. All of this information, even for those that are studying maybe as a PhD or researchers in the UK, this new rule is favorable to a lot of people. Stay tuned and watch this video to the end. I'm also going to be telling you probably a new job search that you might have to look into. I haven't seen the new rule, the requirement, and everything attached to the rule. Stay tuned, guys, and ensure you watch this video to the end. In December 2023, as we all know, the UK government came up with a new rule about skilled worker visa and a senior carer assistant senior carer visa, and which has to do with the fact that none of these can bring in dependents. But there are a lot of adjustments to all of these rules. After that new rule, I shared the video and let people know that this rule is going to affect a lot of people. So it's better to just calm down and watch things happen. When the rule of international students also came up, I said that this rule is going to be changed. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so there are some adjustments to all of these rules, and that is what I'll be sharing on this video. First of all, I'm going to start with the care assistant visa, the code C145 and C146 visa, which has to do for the skilled worker and the senior carers. I'm going to show you all of these adjustments on my screen here, so just watch. Now I'm going to share information about the new immigration rule, like the new entrance rule, and that will lead me to talk about the benefit to international students. It's actually a very big relief. It's a very big relief. So now the new rule allows certain individuals, including those under the age of 26, those available for postdoctoral researches, to be sponsored for a skilled worker visa. That's one of the good news. Now, with a salary that may be below the standard minimum, and this inclusive, approach acknowledges that the potential and the values that young professionals and researchers bring to the UK labor market. Consideration for study, visa holders age of 26. Now, once you're 26 and you have a postdoctoral research in the UK, you can now switch your visa into a skilled worker visa. Now, individuals under the age of 26 at the time of their visa application are automatically considered new entrants opening avenues for a skilled worker visa without adhering to the heightened salary threshold, and the postdoctoral researchers positions and some other specific occupations are also eligible for new entrance rule, providing a viable pathway for individuals engaged in advanced research and academia, for 2 years exemptions for post study work holders. Now, for the study visa holders, now transitioning to the post-study visa, particularly under the graduate route, the benefit from a 2-year exemption. During this period, they may secure a skilled worker visa without the obligation to meet up the £38,700 salary threshold implication. Now, this is actually good news for those having the study that are in the UK through the study route. They can get the skilled worker visa after their post-study leave. Now, individuals on post-study leave can also known as the graduate. I need to mention that some of the occupations that have been exempted from this high salary threshold, they are academia. Maybe you are in the academic field, either as a primary school teacher, a nursery school teacher, a lecturer in the university. You are just in the academic field, either for PhD, any of those. You are exempted from this high salary threshold. So that indirectly tells you that if you have the teaching skill, or you're able to teach, you have the qualities, you have what it takes to teach, or you used to be a teacher, or you have been teaching for years, now you can apply for teaching jobs, and it will help you to scale through that particular part of the threshold. Secondly, you can also search for job on the NHS website. I'm going to drop that link on this video, attached to this video, and so you can give it a search. NHS is sincerely and thoroughly recruiting. They are thoroughly and sincerely recruiting. The video I'm going to attach to this video shows how you can search for a job, how you can get sponsorship on NHS website. It's there and it's straightforward. Within a few minutes you can get several. It might not be within your location, it might be far from your current location. Even if you are outside UK as an international worker or if overseas worker, you can still apply for this job. So please don't take any of this for granted. I hope this information helps, and please, if you see this very crucial, do well to share with people. Let them know. Let them be aware. In my last video, I talked about how to fast track your COS. Some employers need to be updated. Don't say because they are your employer. Some employers are not updated on how they can help you fast track your COS. Yes, they can help you fast track your COS. You can watch that video to know, so you can help them. You can share with your friends, you can share with your loved ones, so that they can know that their COS can be fast tracked. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. It is genuine. So please just check those videos out and let it be of good advantage to you. It's good to be here again, and I'm going to see you again in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. NHS employers website, and you can see the impact of the changes to the UK immigration policy. This article was published on the 1st of February 2024. And as you can see, it says, okay, on the 4th of December, the UK government announced changes to the immigration system that will take effect in March and April. In response, we have put together the information we have so far on how this will impact the international recruits across NHS Trust. Now it said details of the immigration changes. Of course, you can find all of these changes on the UK government website. However, the changes being made to the health and care visa route will only affect care workers and senior care workers. Now, from 11th of March 2024, the care worker visa with the SOC code 6145 and the senior care worker with the code 6146 will be unable to bring dependents when they migrate to the UK. And that was the rule, that was the immigration rule then. It says now only CQC registered providers in England will be able to sponsor health and social care on care visa applicants. So these changes do not affect those employed on the health and care visa on their occupation code SOC. Okay, so on other occupation code COC. Now, I'm going to do a lot of clarification to this thing also in this video. Now, it's other changes such as increasing salary threshold do not apply to the health and care visa route. So that's number one. There is no increment, or it doesn't mean the earning threshold, the salary threshold does not affect health and care visa. Now, health and care visa holders will continue to be exempt from paying the immigration health surcharge. Yeah, we all know that the health surcharge also has been increased. Yeah, it has been increased. I made a video on that. But for health and care visa, will also not be paying the IHS fee. Now, let's look at this critically. So these exemptions only cover those on a health and care visa. Now, overseas workers requiring a general skill worker visa, such as the data analyst, IT, and finance professional, but sponsored by an NHS organization, will be subject to these changes. Now, the new salary threshold is 37,700. will come into force on April 4 of this year. Those already in the skilled worker route before migration rules changes should be exempted from the new median salary. Now, from the new median salary level, when the change sponsor extend or set to or do whatever. Now, if you are already in the UK or you already have your visa before the announcement of that immigration rule, then none of these things affect you. It doesn't disturb you in any way. Now, it says for those who are not exempt from paying the immigration rule, that is when the health surcharge, of course, come in place, and it has been increased from 600 and maybe 25 or so to 1,035 pounds. That's almost double. It's a lot. Now, the immigration rule from 14th of March is the hot thing now. Now, it says the immigration rule from 14th of March will include the removal of 20% going rate discount for occupation on the shortage list, which will be replaced with a new immigration salary list from early April. So we are expecting a new immigration salary list from April. Let's be expectant. It's the minimum income requirement for family visa will rise in. Okay, so now let's just go straight to the health and care visa. It said now applies. No, it said health and care visa applies to those on health and care visa, such as the nurses, doctors, allied health professionals. It is a list of roles can be found on the government website. Now, number one of the opportunities on this website is that you can apply for NHS job. For example, in my home country, NHS job is like, let me say, federal government work. Yeah, I can put it that way, like federal government work. It's direct employment by the government. Yeah, federal government work. Yeah, that's it. So now, the health and care visa is a subtype of the skilled worker visa. So during the application process, candidates will be asked if they are applying for health and care and will need to select a yes. Now, the increased salary threshold does not apply. So the recruitment to these roles can continue as normal. So the list is £20,960 per year. Now, they will continue to be exempted from the IHS constantly. These are the advantages. No, the first part explains the rule, and there is more to it that I'm going to show in this video. But the later part is talking about the advantages to NHS. So now, they can still bring dependents to the UK as part of their visa. Dependents have a generic right to work, meaning that they can be employed by the NHS in another sector or not work. So it means that for those that are already in the UK under the skilled work visa or the senior career visa, before the immigration rule was announced, then you can bring in dependents. Now your dependents can work for the NHS, or can work in any sector, or does not even have to work. But I'm sure you will not want your dependent to sit at home and be piling up bills for you. Now I say only the CQC registered providers in England will be able to sponsor health and care visa applicants, of which trusts are already registered. So CQC is a Care Quality Commission. Yeah, so now for skilled worker visa, so now this applies to those roles not eligible for health and social care but sponsored by the NHS trust, IT, finance professional, and all of that are employed by NHS trust. Now from 4th April 2024, new applications will need to meet the increased salary threshold of 30,700. That's for the skilled worker visa. So now those already in the skilled worker route before the immigration rules changes should be exempted. Now this is the point. Those already in the skilled worker route before the immigration rule changes should be exempted from the new median salary level when they change sponsor, or when they extend their stay, or when they settle, providing they aren't moving to different occupation. Once the moment they change, now the Home Office would however expect their pay to progress at the same rate as resident workers. Therefore, they would be subjected to the updated 25th percentiles using the latest pay data when they make next an application to change employment, extend their stay, or settle. Now they will need to pay the increased immigration health surcharge. That's once you change your job from your care worker visa and you want to go to a different work already, a different job, or you want to work in a different sector, then you will definitely now bring yourself on. You'll be subjected to paying the increased immigration health surcharge, and that's a lot. Now says they can bring dependents to the UK as part of their visa. Dependents have a generic right to work, meaning that they can be employed by the NHS. Okay, I've mentioned that already. So application for care workers and senior care workers received after the 11th of March will no longer be able to bring dependents. Now for NHS, here's the point. For NHS, if you apply by any of the NHS trust, either as a care assistant or a senior care worker, you can still bring your dependent until 11th of March. So once it is 11th of March, you will no longer be able to bring dependents to the UK as part of your visa. Now, care workers and senior care workers already in the route will be able to remain with their dependent. So for those who are in the UK already, for those who are in the UK before the immigration rule, they don't have any problem with their dependent, no issue. They can remain in the UK. If they want to extend, they can change employer and all of that. Now it's when a care worker or senior worker is in the route before the immigration rule changes but has not yet brought dependents, they will be allowed to bring dependents during their sponsorship. Do you see that now? So you can bring your dependent. A lot of people are scared. I understand a lot of people don't want to take chances. If you don't want to take chances, then you can make things work faster, no problem. But you can bring your dependents anytime as long as the immigration rule, you're already in the country before the immigration rule was announced. Going forward, now the increased salary threshold does not apply. That is, recruitment to these roles can continue as normal. I mentioned that earlier. They will continue to exempt for IHS Now, for dependent, he said dependent of those on a health and care visa can be employed by a trust at any role, regardless of their skill level or salary threshold, as long as the main visa holder meets the appropriate pay scale. That is clear enough. Dependent of those on a skilled worker visa can be employed by a trust at any role, regardless of their salary threshold, as long as the main visa meets 29,000 threshold when it comes into force on 11th April 2024. Okay, so the minimum income requirement for family visa will rise in stages, starting from 29,000 from 11th April and increase to 38,700 by early 2025. So now all of this information, now he said for application made on or after 11th of March for care worker visa, for senior care worker, you will not be able to bring dependents as part of your visa anymore from 11th of March. Now care workers and senior care worker already in the road to be able to remain with their dependent. I mentioned that earlier. Now this is for NHS. You can still apply to NHS job. I've posted several NHS jobs. In fact, there was a video I posted where that shows you how to search for NHS job. I'm going to attach that to this video. I'm going to attach that to this video. You can search for NHS job. You don't have to be a nurse or a doctor or a professional in quotes health practitioner to be able to work with NHS. So I'm going to add that link to this video. You can check how to get NHS job. It's a general way to search for NHS job that does not, and you don't have to be a nurse. You necessarily don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a doctor. You can be a social care worker. You can be a care worker. You can be a support worker. You can work in the clinic as not as a nurse, not as a doctor, but you have your space in the NHS. So you can look that link to watch out. So now, questions here. I just need us to see this together. It says, can I bring my family? Say please. Okay, so continue to check the NHS employer and gov.uk website for latest information. Agreed. That's fine. Now I said, this person said, can I bring my family? Now the question is, the response is, there is no changes to the policy on dependents for those on health and care visa. We've just read that. You'll be able to bring your partner and family as a dependent if they are eligible. A dependent partner or child is one of the following: maybe your husband, your wife, civil partner or married partner, child under the age of 18, child over the age of 18. They are currently in the UK. You will still need to provide evidence of your relationship to your dependent when you apply for their visa. Please, it has to be very tangible proof or evidence of relationship. Okay, so it says individuals who are in the UK or other route, including where that route permit dependent, who switch into the care visa as a care worker or senior worker after this will not be able to stay with or bring dependent. That's after the rule. You say another one says, my dependents are already in the UK, will they be able to stay? Of course, yes, they will. They're already there, they can stay. My dependents are already in the UK and looking for work, can they be employed? Yes, they can employ in NHS. Now, depending on those on health and care worker visa have a generic right to work in the UK, they do not need to meet any skill or salary threshold, except for those who are determined by the rule. You get only for nurses that need to be registered with the NMC. Those are the ones that need special skills. So for others, they don't necessarily have to have. Another one says, when will these changes take effect? Of course, from 11th of March, it's going to be changed. Then the salary threshold for skilled worker will be introduced on immigration rules from April. I have a job offer and some of these changes will affect my plan. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to drop the link to this website, or you can search it on Google. I'm going to drop the link to the comment section. And this is about the skilled worker visa, the update on the skilled worker visa. So indirectly that we extended immigration by this through the care worker visa and senior care worker has been extended till 11th of March on NHS website. So apply, just you need to start applying jobs for jobs on NHS website, and that's for this. Now we are moving forward to information for international students. We are moving forward to that now. So guys, kindly stay tuned.